What I've discovered in my work is that there is a great connection between things that we are addicted to and how these addictions grow into things like cycles that stunt things like our growth that then become harder to move beyond without self-awareness. Okay? Hope y'all are following me. Right? So I want to deal with the power of addiction first. And I want to say from the start that when it comes to addiction, you can be addicted to anything at all. There are no limits or boundaries or just generalities when it comes to addiction. You can be addicted to anything. And one of the things that's keeping people from their growth, frankly, is that they are functioning addicts. If you are a functioning addict, that means you have an addiction, something that has taken a hold of you that has caused your logic to be secondary, your emotion, your feeling to be primary. And this addiction then leads you into things like cycles that stunt growth that become worse without self-awareness. And you can be addicted to anything. And this is what I'm noticing in my work. And I want to say this. When it comes to poor self-awareness, specifically getting caught in cycles, I'm dealing with a lot of people who are functioning addicts and don't know it, which means you have an addiction to something, you're still able to function with the addiction, but it is that addiction that's keeping you in these cycles of dysfunction that without self-awareness get worse by the day. Obviously, addicted to substances or abuse substances. You have people that are addicted to things like dating. You can have an addiction to dating.
Doc, ain't no way.
Yes, way. This is why, one of the many reasons why I am anti dating apps. I don't care what anybody says, dating apps are not a good idea.
Well, Doc, my cousin, my first aunt, met her husband, his wife on a dating app.
Sure, and I know people who won the lottery multiple times. I know somebody who got struck by lightning. Just because you can find somebody on a dating app doesn't make it a good idea. And many of you are addicted to things like dating. You know how I know? Because the time period between the people you date gets shorter and shorter as much as you date. You cannot explain to me why you are on a dating app when you just got out of a 12-year relationship and you ain't been single 3 months. There is no reasonable explanation to explain that. So you're addicted to dating. You're addicted to dating apps. You're addicted to dating. You're addicted to the idea of having or needing to have someone. And I want to say this, there's nothing wrong with desiring to have someone. But when you become so addicted to having someone that the rush or the dopamine rush you receive from the idea of scrolling on dating apps or going on live dates or FaceTiming people, when the dopamine of those experiences is so high that it causes you to do it in an unhealthy way, where you have not had the chance to rest, recover, and heal, you have become a functioning addict. I want everybody to type in the comments in all capital letters the word levels. Come on, hurry. You can do it. Put your back into it. Levels.
Doc, really? Dating apps can't be that bad. Why, Doc? Why?
Listen, you can do what you want to do. My content and my approach is not for everybody. I work with people who want to sit in first class, who want to live in first class, and who trying to figure out a way to get on charter jets. There's levels to healing. A lot of people think they want to heal until they have to do the work or recognize that it ain't everything that you want. It's struggle. And there is no more of a pissier pool than on dating apps. So I'm telling you, if you're one of those people who cannot stand to be by yourself, if you're one of those people who bounce from relationship to relationship to relationship, if you're one of those people who are uncomfortable being alone, traveling alone, having to live alone, figure out life alone, you probably are a functioning addict and you are addicted to dating. And if you are addicted to dating, you're going to find yourself in consistent cycles of poor dating choices, cycles of jumping from person to person to person to person. So again, I'm not here to argue with people that want to be on dating apps. Go do it. Knock yourself out. Not my job. I'm not going to convince you, especially if this is your first time. Do it. There's a level for that. It's called Coach, where they serve the cold peanuts. You get a glass of water, cup of water. Again, I'm not saying you should desire to stay alone for the rest of your life. There's nothing wrong for you to desire a mate. But some of y'all know you're addicted to dating. You can know this by the choices you make and the repetitive nature of the outcome of the choices you make. I.e., every relationship ends the same. Every relationship you had has the same issues. Yeah, the people you choose may have some challenges, but at a certain point, if you're having all of the same issues from every single person you're dating, there's a common denominator. It's called you. I'm not for everybody, everybody not for me. I don't care nothing about that. Y'all can do it and get into piss-filled waters called day naps, or breaking up with somebody today, being with somebody else next week if you want to. There's a whole river full of them people. Y'all go ahead and contaminate each other all day. But I'm telling you, many of you are functioning addicts because you're addicted to dating. You're addicted to the idea of love when you don't even realize that the healthiest version of this is to be so in love with you that anything else that comes to you is an addition and not something you got to have. Y'all, put this in the comments. Desperation has an energy. It's got an energy. Many of you have met people, and people can just smell your desperation. It has an energy. That's for all of you that are addicted to dating. It's got an energy. People can smell that on you when you don't practice dating and choosing in a healthy way. My point, y'all, just take your time.
Listen, y'all, I hope this made sense. If it did, I want you to type church in the comments with 3 R's. And then I want you to remember you've got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you.